Hello, 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 and welcome everybody again who has come from the previous stream. I ask again when you come in, please smash that like button so we can get going on this right away. It's getting late here. I want to get going on this. If you're not subscribed, please hit that subscribe button, hit the notification bell so you're made aware when we go live and we do updated reads. There she is. Hello, Marie Burks. Hello, Lisa. Looby Loo. Stay-at-home mom detective. Hello again. Thank you all for being back here. Okay, so in my last live covering Lori Vallow and Chad Daybell's case this afternoon, I asked if you guys wanted me to cover this. So here I am. Like I said, we're going to skip through the part there that is the arrest affidavit because we've already seen that. I think you guys have already seen it elsewhere or in my last lives. So, hello, Eileen, Kerr, Bebop. Hello, hello. So just going to let a few people get in here. Please smash that like button so people know that we're alive and we can get going on this. Stops us from having to repeat things over and over. Hello, Scout. Welcome. Welcome back. Please smash the like on your way in. And then when you come back in, please make sure you have live chat selected so you don't miss anything. Okay, Mitch, there she is. That's okay, honey. I got a pounding headache going on too, but I promised you guys I'd bring this to you, so here I am. 30 people in here, only 15 likes. Please smash that like button. Get everybody in here so we can get going. Kate Bell, thank you so much, my dear, for your super sticker. I appreciate it so, so much. Okay, just a few other things I'm cleaning up here, you guys, so we can get going. Thank you so much, Kate Bell. I really do appreciate it. Like I said, please bear with me here because I'm fighting through a major headache also. You're very welcome, Eileen. Debbie Johnson, Cricket. Hello, hello. Okay, so I'm going to have to turn on a light here because, like I said, my head is just pounding, you guys. But I keep my promises, so here we are. Okay, you guys, let's get started on this. Let me share this so you guys can see what I'm reading. And also, I do this, you guys. A lot of people don't do it. And it's just because, like, if you guys want to slow down, read it yourself, things that, you know, like I said, I will be skipping over the actual arrest warrant because we've already gone through that. I do have another video going over all that probable cause arrest affidavit, but they do attach it here. So it is here for those of you who maybe haven't even seen it and want to see it. It is going to be attached to one part of this document. So I've narrowed it down to what we need to hear. Yeah, my head is just pounding, you guys. So again, Kate Bell, thank you so much for that super sticker. Oh, it's my sinuses and everything too, you guys. Okay, so let's get going on this. So this is the motion in order to unseal the warrant return. Comes now the state of Washington by and through Dennis Tracy, Whitman County prosecuting attorney, and moves the court for an order to unseal the return of service of search warrant numbered SW, state of Washington, number 1229, 2022A, pursuant to GR 15. Thank you, everybody, for being here. I appreciate you. Okay, so the basis, these warrants were issued and served in Washington state because the suspect in the crimes resided and worked here during the time of the murders. These warrants and associated applications were sealed due to the sensitive nature of the investigation at the time. Since then, an extensive probable cause affidavit, which I did go over in another video. For those of you who haven't seen it, it is in the live playlist. You can go on over and check it out after this. I appreciate you too, you guys. Mary Michael, hello, good afternoon. There goes my nap. Thanking you in advance for your presentation. It's always great to get just the facts, ma'am. You're very welcome, Mary Michael, and thank you for being here. Sensible Crime, I appreciate you too, my dear. Pamela, thank you. And she's saying hello to everybody. Thank you, you guys, for being here. I appreciate it. And thank you so much for the super chats, super stickers. They're very much appreciated. Helps me keep doing this for you guys. Okay, so, and this was ordered and returned on January 17th. So, this is the motion in order for original search warrant and search warrant application to remain sealed, but a redacted version be provided for public release. So it says the motion comes now, the state of Washington, by and through Dennis Tracy, Whitman County prosecuting attorney, and moves the court for an order to keep sealed the search warrant and search warrant application. So this is the original order that was filed to keep it sealed. Okay, so we're not going to read this all word for word, you guys. I want to get to the bones of this, which we haven't seen yet. We do know about this. We do know that initially they did keep it sealed because this was done back in, let me see here. It doesn't say here, but I believe that this was done back in December. Okay, so the order, the actual order that they sealed that we are now going to see was for the search warrant for Bryan Kohberger's residence. This is why they said they wanted to have it sealed. Like I said, later on, if you guys do want to go through this and read it, you can pause it and reread this again. But it's just going through why they needed to keep this sealed, and it was kept sealed because they had not yet arrested him, right? So it says the basis of it is the Washington State Constitution recognizes that victims of crime have rights and states that effective law enforcement depends on cooperation from victims of crime. Washington Constitution, the Washington State Legislature has recognized that there is a severe and detrimental impact on crime victims, survivors of victims, and witnesses of crime. And yet there is civic and moral duty of victims, survivors of victims, and witnesses of crimes to fully and voluntarily cooperate with law enforcement and prosecution agencies. So they wanted to keep the people that had given the information regarding, I guess some things that they used to get an arrest on him. They wanted them protected until they got this guy in custody, right? We know we went through the probable cause affidavit. Since that was released, they have now decided that there's no reason to keep this sealed anymore. He is in custody, and there is no more threat to any of the witnesses or anybody that gave video of the car, the CCTV video that they got, or people that they talked to that gave information regarding him, that there was no reason really to keep this under seal anymore. Okay, so he's in custody. This also goes into the warrants that they got, like for his phone and all that crap. I shouldn't say crap, but all the stuff that they got and had in their possession to get an arrest warrant. They wanted to keep it all quiet. Okay, and that's basically what this is saying. And the basis for the motion is that there are 2 surviving victims and witnesses of now a notorious and most publicized murder burglary in Moscow, Idaho, whose full names are listed in the search warrant and search warrant application. These warrants were issued and served in Washington State because the suspect in the crimes resided and worked here during the time of the murders. Okay? So they're just asking the court to keep these sealed until he's arrested, and that this is the only way that they could keep the witnesses and everything safe. And it finally says here, finally, the order will be no broader in application than necessary to serve its purpose, and the public will still have the pertinent information at its disposal in order to understand the proceedings of the court. Okay? Like I said, this isn't the bones of it yet. This is just why they kept it sealed. Now, here is the search warrant that they ordered. And I'm going to go through a lot of this because in here, it basically tells them what they're looking for, what they want the officers who are going to do this search, what they want them to confiscate, what they are expecting to find there, what they want them to look for. And this is important because you can't just do a blanket search, right? You got to say, this is what we expect to find, and that we think that this is the guy that did it, stuff like that. Okay, so upon a sworn complaint made before me, there's probable cause to believe that the crime in the murder and first-degree burglary in Idaho Code has been committed in Idaho, and that evidence that those crimes or contraband, the fruits of a crime, or things otherwise criminally possessed, or weapons, or other things by means of which a crime has been committed or reasonably appears to be about to be committed is concealed in or on certain premises. In making this determination, this court did not consider the information in the supplemental disclosure, read the DNA test, as evidence supporting the existence of probable cause. This court also does not consider the information in that supplemental disclosure to be exculpatory. You are commanded to search within 10 days of this date. Date will be at the end of this, I guess. Search within 10 days of the date described as follows. An apartment located at 1630 Northeast Valley Road, apartment number G201, Pullman, Washington. 1630 Northeast Valley Road is a 3-story multiple occupancy apartment building in Pullman, Washington, which is a tan and white in color. So they're describing the color of the building so they don't mistakenly go somewhere else. Apartment G201 is located on the northeast corner of the second story of the building. Again, a very good description of where to find his apartment so they don't bust down somebody else's door, right? The door to G201 is located on the east side of the second story landing and is designated by the numbers 201 on the door. The door is white with a swinging screen door on the outside of the main door to the residence. Again, they're giving a very good description of what the entrance to his apartment is going to look like so they don't get the wrong place, right? Seize, if located, evidence of the above listed crimes, including blood or other bodily fluid or human tissue or skin cells or items with blood or other bodily fluid or human tissue or skin cells on the items. Knives, sheaths, or other sharp tools, including any dagger, dirk, or sword, and any written indicia of ownership of the same, including sales receipts. Any images, whether digital or on paper or any other format, which show Ethan Chapin, Kaylee Goncalos, Exana Kernoodle, and Madison Mogan. Also, we know who these people are. These are the 2 surviving residents, Bethany and Dylan, and or the house at 1122 King Road, Moscow, Idaho, or the surrounding neighborhood. Clothing, including but not limited to, so which means it's open, okay? So anything that is a dark shirt, dark pants, mask, shoes with a diamond patterned sole. Trace evidence, including DNA from blood or skin cells or other source, footprints, fingerprints, hair, whether human or animal. Dog. They're looking for dog hair, okay? Because of Kaylee's dog, right? There would be no reason for Kaylee's dog's dog hair to be in that apartment or on his clothes. Data compilations, whether digital, electronic, or in paper or other formats, showing an interest in a planning of murder, violent assault, stabbing, and or cutting of people, and data is showing details of the 1122 King Road house, its location, or any information about Ethan, Kaylee, Zena, Madison, Bethany, or Dylan, and data showing the location of Bryan Kohberger or the cell phone with the number. Oh, they didn't redact that? Ooh. Well, I guess I really don't care if they call his number now anyway. But by rights, I know he's SOB, but by rights that should have been redacted. On November 13, 2022, including Wi-Fi logs and data or metadata associated with photos, social media posts, or applications, or cell phones, or computer towers, laptops, tablets, as example, but not intended to be exclusive lists of data being sought, ledgers, papers, lists, books, notes, letters, anything. Diaries, tapes, photographs, videos, emails, text messages, social media posts, messages, metadata associated with therein. Whew. This is crazy. I've got something else to add to you guys that I've got from a very reliable source that is not in here. Okay, so any electronic devices or digital storage devices which may contain any of the above data, including cell phones, computer towers, laptops, tablets, external hard drives, CD, DVD, thumb drive, or other data storage devices. These includes any device which may contain evidence of other accounts associated with this device, including email address, social media, messaging apps, accounts, and other accounts that may be accessed through a digital device that would aid in determining the processor user of the device. Photographs, images, videos, documents, and related data created, accessed, read, modified, received, stored, sent, moved, deleted, or otherwise manipulated between the above dates. Evidence of use of the device to conduct internet searches related to a review of other murders or violent assaults, stabbings, and or of cutting people, as well as how to avoid detection after the commission of such crimes. Details of the 1122 King Road house, its location, neighborhood, and or information about one or more of the victims: Ethan, Kaylee, Zena or Madison, Bethany or Dylan. Whew. Information that can be used to calculate the position of the device between the above dates, including location data, GPS satellite data, GPS coordinates for routes and destination queries between the above listed dates, app data or usage information and related location information, IP logs or similar internet connection information, and images created, accessed, or modified between the above listed dates, together with their metadata and EXIF tags. Evidence of the identity of the person in possession of the device on or about any times that items of evidentiary value located pursuant to this warrant were created, modified, accessed, or otherwise manipulated. Such evidence may be found in digital communications, photos and videos, and associated metadata, IP logs, documents, social media activity, and similar data. Also, passwords, phrases, codes, patterns, fingerprints, and or usernames to operate any such device. Indica of residence in ownership of possession of the premises and any of the above items, including mail, receipts, identification, bills, rental agreements, licensing documents, and any other personal property whose owner possessor may be readily determined. Assistance from any law enforcement agencies from the state of Idaho or the federal government, which means FBI, or any technical specialists associated with or employed by or contracted with such law enforcement agencies, including but not limited to the Moscow Police Department, Idaho State Police, FBI, Idaho State Police Forensic Services, is authorized. So which means any one of them can go over this equipment, anything that they've seized. Assistance from a technical specialist, also authorized to review any digital devices and digital media for the best and least intrusive method of securing digital evidence that the warrant authorizes for seizure and to assist in securing such evidence. You are to promptly return this warrant to me or the clerk of this court. The return must include an inventory of all property seized. A copy of the warrant and a receipt for property taken shall be given to the person from whom or from those premises property is taken. If no person is found in possession, a copy and receipt shall be conspicuously posted at the place where the property is found. So this was signed on the 29th. So he hadn't been arrested yet. That's why they wanted to keep all this hush hush. So this is now the application. I will go through it slowly. So if you guys do want to read it on the replay, you can do so. But this is just the basis of the search warrant that we just went over. He says, on the basis of the following, I believe there's probable cause that Bryan Kohberger has committed the crime of murder in the first degree. Idaho codes, and they give the codes 401, 402, 403, 404, and burglary. Evidence of those crimes, weapons, or other things by means of which a crime has been committed or reasonably appears to be committed, that they feel that it's going to be located in that apartment. Second to this, second-story building, they give the door and describe it again. They describe this again. We've already this is the officer, State University Police Department, have been so employed. They go over his credentials. Okay, so this here is what we are going to skip because this is the probable cause affidavit. We have gone over this. If you have not seen it, you can go back to a lot of this, not all of it, but a lot of this is going to be the arrest affidavit. So this here, the investigation, I was contacted by Moscow police officers and asked to assist in their investigation into the recent murder of 4 people in Moscow. Sergeant Baker of the Moscow Police Department has developed a probable cause to believe that a resident of Whitman County, Bryan Kohberger, committed the murders and burglary. I agree with Sergeant Baker's statement and that there is probable cause to believe that Kohberger committed the murders and the burglary, and that there is probable cause to believe that evidence of these crimes will be located in Kohberger's apartment at 1630 Northeast Valley Road, number G201 in Pullman. I'm seeking a search warrant to search that apartment. The probable cause is described in detail in the attached Exhibit A. A sworn statement of Sergeant Baker is hereby incorporated herein and by this reference, just as if fully set forth here. Based on the foregoing information, I believe the evidence of the above listed crime exists and the above described location, and that there is probable cause to search that location for evidence of the above listed crimes. They go through what we just went through. This is a repeat of that. What we just went through, the trace evidence and everything that they're saying that they want to search for and is to be collected, the electronic stuff. We just read through this. Like I said, they have to attach this, you guys. In addition, I'm asking the court to authorize in the search warrant to use assistance from any law enforcement agencies from the state of Idaho and the federal government or any technical specialists associated or employed or contracted with such law enforcement to aid them in, going over this, any evidence that they get from the scene. Okay, that was also stated in the last thing. Here, the supplemental disclosure DNA test that they were informed that a sheath was recovered at the King Road residence on or under the body of Madison Mogan, that the state crime lab detained a male DNA profile, subject profile after from the sheath. Then they say that on December 27th that they got the trash were sent to the lab, and that a DNA profile was obtained from the trash. It was compared to the suspect DNA profile on the sheath. The lab personnel concluded that the source of the trash DNA profile was a male and was not being excluded as the biological father of the source of the suspect DNA that was found on the sheath from the knife. And they said that there's a 99.99998 of the male population would be expected to be excluded from the possibility of being the biological father. So in other words, they're pretty much dead on that. The trash, the DNA they got from the trash is the biological father of the DNA that they found on the knife sheath. Oops. Thank you again, Pamela Hodges, for your $10 super chat. I appreciate it. Okay, and they're asking here also, you guys, that the court doesn't release the supplemental either because it could give away what they're going to be about to do, and he wasn't in custody yet. It could put the witnesses and the 2 surviving roommates in danger. So this is why they did not want this released to the public. Sorry, I had to take a drink of my coffee there. I haven't even eaten yet, you guys, so I'm trying to get through this. Okay, so there's sign this. This was also on the 29th of December. Okay, so this is what we're going to skip through, you guys. This is the probable cause affidavit. We've already gone through this. This is why I am skipping through it. If you have not seen me cover this, the probable cause affidavit, you can go and see my other video. You'll find it under the live tab where we have gone through this, okay? Okay, so I'm just going to scroll through this because we've already got, this is the probable cause affidavit, which I've already done a video on. So if you haven't seen it, you can go and check out that video. It was done a while back. You'll find it under the live video tab. Oh, that picture showed up a lot better than the one that we had seen, where he goes all the way down. Instead of coming back across to Pullman here, he goes all the way down through Genesee and everything and up and around. It's crazy. Okay, so we've already seen all this. This is all the probable cause affidavit. Like I said, you can go and check that out in my other video where I go over each and every line of this. And I also do some mapping on it too to show you exactly where they're talking about. It's a pretty good video. Go on over and check that out if you haven't done that already. Okay, so here we go. So this is the search warrant. All items seized from the residence. Now, what I find funny, and I'm not saying I find funny like ha ha ha, it's a joke. What I find funny about this, there was a black glove that was found outside of that residence. Okay? One single black glove. So we're going to go over all the items that were seized from Bryan's apartment. The first thing on the agenda here was one nitrate type black glove. One glove. The other one could be the one at the apartment back in Moscow at the 1122 King Road. If this matches, that's a problem for the defense. One Walmart receipt with one Dickies tag. Sorry for the cough. Now, this interests me because I don't know if they have a really good description or what he might have been wearing, or maybe they found blood on something made by Dickies. I don't know, but they have this for a reason. 2 Marshall's receipts, a dust container from Abyssal Power Force vacuum. So anything that he vacuumed up in his apartment is going to be in that vacuum cleaner, the container. 8 possible hair strands, 1 Fire TV stick with cord. Now that's going to be because he could access the internet through that, right? A possible animal hair strand. That will be interesting if it matches Kaylee's dog. And then we got here 1 possible hair strand, possible hair strand, possible hair strand, 1 possible hair strand. I don't know why they separated all this. 8 possible hair strands. And then they got 1, 2, 3, 4 more here. So maybe it's because they're from different locations and they've blocked it out here. I don't know. But they've included it. This is interesting to me, if it matches her dog. A computer tower, that's going to, any communications or anything. Now, what I'm going to say about this, from what I understand, now I don't know if it's going to be released because of the gag order or whatever, but apparently my reads were spot on, because it's being said now that I know there's a lot of information out there about he was in one of the girls' DMs. It has come out that it was apparently Kaylee's DMs that he was in, and she was not responding to him. That all came out, you guys. The first read I did, and that he was obsessed and everything else, and possibly stalking and everything, before we knew any of this information. That came out the read that I did 2 days after the murders. I also did a read 3 weeks before he was arrested, saying that it's coming, that I felt there was information. A lot came out there. The stuff that came out in that read from 3 weeks before he was arrested, when I said arrest is coming, I think on the thumbnail, 99.9% of what I brought out in that read came out after he was arrested. So for those naysayers and haters out there that say that, you know, we're not spot on sometimes with our reads, well, most of mine are pretty spot on. So 12 is 1 computer tower. That's going to, I would assume that that's where they would have any messages that he was sending, getting into her DMs and stuff like that would probably be on her phone or on this computer tower or the Fire Stick. A collection of dark red spots collected without testing. So they haven't tested them yet. 2 cuttings from an uncased pillow of reddish brown stain, larger stain tested. So if they tested the larger stain, they would be able to know right away whether that was blood or not. Now, the thing with this is we've seen how he cut himself up shaving and stuff. That could be his own blood there. But, you know, until it's tested for DNA, they're not going to know whose it is. This could also have been maybe blood that was in his hair that he didn't get rid of and then put his head on the pillow. So it could be one of the victims. We don't know. It could be anything. It could be something as simple as he cut himself shaving or had a cut on his face and it bled onto his own pillow. It could be anything. I'm hoping that this is something maybe like a blood splatter or something that got stuck in his hair that he didn't get out and transferred it onto that pillow. They also got 2 top and bottom of mattress cover packaged separately, both labeled C, multiple stains, 1 tested. So if they tested one, it came back positive for blood for them to take that. Because the only thing that they were to take was anything with blood or DNA, what they thought was could be DNA on it. So if there was no you know, stains that look like blood and didn't test for blood, they wouldn't have been able to take that. So they tested for blood. Whose blood? We don't know at this point, and we probably won't know until the preliminary hearing. So there you go. That is the search warrant. So that's the return. That's what they've gotten from his apartment. And that's what we've got to go by for now. We will get more information as to exactly whose blood these came back to, whose DNA. But because it says here, larger stain tested, they would have tested, they have a swab that they can do to see if that's blood. If it's blood, they're going to take it. And that's from an uncased pillow. And they got 2 cuttings from it. Top and bottom of mattress over a cover packaged separately, both labeled C, multiple stains, 1 tested. So if they test any of those stains and they come back as blood, they can take them. If it would have came back not blood, they couldn't have taken them. Okay. And that's as per the search warrant. There's certain things that they were allowed to seize. They could only seize them if it was proved that that was blood. So I'm assuming that they came back blood. Again, even with the top and bottom mattress covers, packaged separately, multiple stains. He could have cut his foot. He could have had a bloody nose, or this could be transfer that he missed. We're not going to know about this, you guys, until the preliminary hearing. If it even comes out then. I don't know. But I do believe that the defense is going to want to poke holes in each and every one of these items. So I do believe that it's going to come out whose blood that is. Okay. So that's what I got for you guys. And I'm not going to stick around very long because I do have to get something into my belly. I haven't eaten all day, and that's probably why I get this headache going on. And the computer screen is starting to play with my eyes. I've been at this for a few hours now with you guys. So again, if you are listening, replay crew, this will probably go about 10, 15, 20 minutes before it goes back to public. So it will be back up even once the live stream ends. It will go private for a bit until it uploads to YouTube, and then it will be available publicly for everybody to see again. Okay, so thank you, mods, for being here, for helping keep things going smoothly in here. I really appreciate each and every one of you. Thank you guys for your super chats, super stickers. I do appreciate that. It really does help keep the channel going. Okay, so until the next time, you guys, please take care of yourselves. Please stay safe. Love you guys to the moon and back. Bye-bye for now.